This is a video about bubble charts. Okay? Having a bad day, but I decided to go ahead and make this video anyway. I'm gonna let my problems out on you. Okay? Now, you couldn't just turn off this stupid video. I received this. We're working on some kind of project, and I received this thing, and for part of the project, I was supposed to make a bubble chart, and I didn't even know. It's I've looked at there. I hardly understand them. Then I looked in Excel to see where they make them, and they make them just in the scatter plots, and I love scatter plots. So I think this was we had something on the y-axis, some emission reductions, and some present value of different technologies, and so this was the X and this was the Y. So I said, all right, well, let's just first make a scatter plot. And if you've seen any of the other things that, I've done, maybe I haven't done it in a video, who knows. The big rule is this up here, this 100 to negative 19, this is NPV. Now, if you would graph these like this and try to make a scatter plot, all it does is it puts something on the x-axis and it doesn't graph it. Okay? Now if you move this up, if you simply move it up like that and then graph it, then it thinks, because that's not got a title there, if you make F11, then it graphs it. And then you just go and you go to the design and change the chart type. This new Excel fortunately has a beautiful, you don't need to know that it's Saturday, November, whatever it is. And then you just make a scatter plot, okay? That's a scatter plot. And that, for me, does a whole lot. Now I'm going to press Alt-E and then L, okay? Now, if instead of the scatter plot, all the scatter plot does, if we did it one more time and press F11, excuse me, I have a tiny little bit of a sniffle here. I hope I don't irritate you. I'll probably do anyway. I irritate myself. We just put this scatter plot here, okay, and then I meant to show you right now. I skipped over it. We changed the chart type, and you notice that the bubble charts are right here. Ooh, there they are. Okay. Now, okay, so here's the bubble charts add another dimension. They say, okay, we have these, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, but in this case, the y-axis was what was this, G2. This was the emissions. And then we wanted to find out how many complexes in the Gulf of Mexico are in each of these kind of observations. So then what you do is you select all three of them and look at the chart. This lady gave me this bubble chart. We make it like this, and then you go to design, and I thought there's no way this is going to work. You go to this one, and then let's make a bubble chart and take the second one. Now, it still doesn't look like it's supposed to. Whoops, I'm having trouble with the mouse here. Now, you right-click, and you go to Select Data, and then you just switch the row and the column, and then it looks like this other one. It looks like this one, okay? All right, and it's just about done. That's the cool part. Now the problem is, I guess it put a scale here. Now what I was hoping is somehow you could attach this to the names of the technologies, and you cannot. So basically, you have to go one by one. You don't have to do this. You go one by one, and you put an equal sign, and you go, and you get this was technology 1, and this was hang on, it did say technology 2, but the rest of them said technology 1. I'm sure this doesn't work. So yeah, this is technology 2. This is, you have to, so you see what I'm doing. I'm putting one by one and then clicking an equal sign, and then I click technology 3. Okay? Now, okay, instead of doing that, okay, I'm gonna just explain what I did. I'm gonna make a second a video that goes through it. When you have something like that, I think you should make a macro. Okay, and the macro I made 2 macros. Watch them not work. One just goes through exactly what we did, and the second one puts a different color on the different groups. So I made a second one, and let's review step by step. So step 1 is the key. Remove the x-axis title. Step 2, make a scatter plot, batter plot, whatever. And step 3 is go to the graph and switch the row and the column around. Okay, now once you've done that, then you can make this macro. Now, what I did is I made another bubble chart, and I made a macro that puts the labels on there and puts the color group there. So once you have this macro in your thing, I think we cannot do it here. Okay, so let's do it like this. Let's just go and make a macro in the thing. So we'll make one that just gets the labels. Okay, so this was add the labels, and we'll get another one that just puts the colors on there. Okay, and what I did here, oops, well, I can just, excuse me, I'm gonna have to, on this one, so we'll do it here. So we'll make, I put a color 1, 2, 3, and I'll call this cull group. Okay, 1, 1, 2, 3, 3. So we have some different colors, and those colors are down here. They're defined in 1, 2, 3. Now, before we do this, we can also then put our technology 1, 2, and 3 here. So what I'm trying to show you is you can just use these macros. I'm going to show you how to make the macros in the next one, but I don't want to clutter up this whole video with this one. So you right click, and I made a macro that said, I told you, I just put that adds the labels. Now what you have to do to make this macro work, unfortunately, is you have to name this range. So right now I'm pressing Shift Control F3 to make the label from the top row. That means this one is this is a label, and whoops, and this one we'll make another label. Shift Control F3. This is going to be the column group. Okay, so if you have these macros, and all you have to do is have this one, this sheet open. I'm speaking with a bad accent. But then it says, I tried to put some things in French too, and that this was called labels. Now I tried to, okay, and I just, because I was having trouble with this, now see it named it label 5, label 2, label 4, and all that. And if you do this, we called it, I've got a couple of things I got to take out, sorry. This is call label. Is this, oh God, I'm sorry, I can't remember what I named it. Call group, sorry about that. Okay. It's hard to make videos, you know? Call. And then it named it for us. So that's making a bubble chart and getting some colors. So what you have to do is essentially just take these macros, and you have to copy. You don't have to do anything, but you can copy these to the to your file. Okay, so that's that's our bubble chart, and now I'm going to make another video that shows how to make those if you want to see how they work and if you have to modify them or if you want to make your own. Okay, so they're not really that difficult. Well, of course they were difficult for me. So this bubble chart will be on the disk, and it will be on the Google Drive, and it will be on you know, the website under the, if you go to the website, you can go to uh, uh, this one. Okay, I don't have it here, but it'll be in this section. Okay. All right, that's enough. How long did that take me? Oh, only 10 minutes.